Well, guys, incredibly, the Pfizer vaccine has been announced and it's 90% effective, even though the flu vaccine is only 50% effective. And on the same day that it was announced, the Pfizer CEO sold 60% of his stock for $6 million. Now, we have to remember, he had to already pre-book this sale, and it was actually pre-booked in August. And he had to state the date he wanted it sold, which was the day of the announcement. But again, he decides when to make the announcement. And he made it that day. He also made sure it was the day after the election so that President Trump could benefit from a vaccine announcement. Now, President Trump only needed about 80,000 votes to get him over the line and be declared president. The Pfizer CEO specifically made sure it was after, so he would get no benefit from a vaccine. All he needed was 60,000 votes from about 150 million people that voted. That's about 0.01%. I think he could have managed that, but it was held back from him. Now, the Pfizer CEO sold it at a target price of $41, which has never been achieved before or after. It was $35 the day before, and it's about $36 now, and for only one day only, it was $41. This is the corrupt elite milking money from everyone. But what did they announce? Is this a really successful vaccine that can really be used? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid to tell you it has to be stored at minus 80 degrees, and therefore it is completely inherently unstable for use. You would need dry ice and special compartments and freezers for it. Africa, India, forget about it. They've got no such thing. Complete farce of a vaccine. Now, how good is the vaccine? Well, they took 40,000 people. 20,000 people as placebo, 20,000 people that took the vaccine. Only 20 people got corona, and no one got it seriously in the placebo test, and 2 people got it in the vaccine test, and that allows them to claim 90% effectiveness. This is a farce. It's like me flicking a coin 3 times and getting heads 3 times and saying I can now guarantee it's 100% I will get heads. No, I fluked it. 20 and 2 is a joke. And plus, we have no peer review. We have no age breakdown, which means they could have easily taken very, very young people that, it's insignificant. They'll, inverted commas, get corona, but obviously display no symptoms or anything. And so it's a joke. Then we have also not just no peer review and no age bias. We don't know if it works on the 80-year-olds, which is the main people that it's got to work for, because anyone under 70 virtually has a 99.9% chance of surviving anyway, and so therefore I have no idea why they would take it in any case. But then the next day, what was announced? The Russian vaccine, that's right, 92% effective. Now, to give it to the Russians, obviously a false stat, but to give it to them, theirs is at least inherently stable. It can be stored in fridges. It doesn't need minus 80. Number 2, the Pfizer vaccine is $24 per shot minimum, and actually in Europe and Israel it's being sold at $50. But the Russian one is only $2.50 per vaccine. And the Pfizer requires a booster. The Russian does not. So actually, if we're going to take 2 comical joke vaccines, the Russian one is probably the better choice. But don't worry, within a few days, like yesterday, we just had an amazing announcement. Yes, the Moderna vaccine is 95% protection. I swear you can make this up. You can make it up, lads. Which means the AstraZeneca vaccine, I promise you, will have to have 99% protection to be announced, or else fail flat on its face. Now, what are all these vaccines? They're all RNA vaccines. Right, you think that's a normal vaccine? They inject you with a little bit of the actual disease and then your body learns how to do it? I'm afraid not. In fact, I'm going to give you something shocking here. There is never been a RNA vaccine that has ever been released, ever. As you can see, the shocking surprise of the Moderna, I can't believe it was 94% successful. Obviously, you faked it. It's a joke trial, although I'll give them theirs is a bit better. They had 95% of people in the placebo that got corona and only 5 in the actual vaccine. So that's a bit better percentage, but still a joke from a real trial. As we said, never to date has there ever been approved an RNA vaccine, and everyone is now going to line up and take something that has been hastily prepared within 4 months and drill this into your arm when never has there ever been an RNA vaccine approved ever. SARS has been around for 20 years. They never found a vaccine. Swine flu, also an RNA vaccine, did have a vaccine. A vaccine was created, but the side effects were so bad it has been pulled, and so there is no effective swine flu vaccine either. And they've had 10 years to get on that one. But you're going to tell me coronavirus, which has clearly been more deadly, I mean, to above 70s, it is highly deadly. Um, uh, you're going to tell me now we've created one that is 95% effective and has no long-term effects and is fully safe for people to take it. I wish you guys all luck to take it. I hope your infertility bodes you well, but I can assure you I will never be taking this vaccine.